Morning, butcher day, 1 of 3 this week, I think. It's supposed to be 100 plus this week, so we're cutting up our butcher day so we don't have such long days. Today is supposed to be one of the hottest, and we don't want to have to leave our chickens locked up in the raking house while we're butchering all day. So we're gonna butcher probably one tractor, be around 40 to 45 birds, and then we'll do another one tomorrow. And then on the last day, it's supposed to be only in the mid 80s, so we'll probably finish up the last 2 on the last day. But today we'll go up, we'll gather all the chickens, we'll bring them down, we'll get them started on processing here. But first we got to go through and do our morning chores. Elizabeth's already up milking, so I got to get these guys fed. You can hear them over here, and they are getting big. They're a little hungry, I think. Yeah, look, he's waiting for me on top of the water there. He wants some water. So we gotta quit messing around, get these guys done, get them fed, get all the rabbits fed. Look who escaped last night. Knocked the fence down and allowed all the goats to come down. We had Betty and Cal up there for a solid 2 weeks without any issues. Day before yesterday, we decided, we'll give the boys another shot. So we took Arctic and Rocky up there. They were up there for 1 night and knocked the fence over, got out, back down here. So we got to get Betty and Cal back up because we can't afford to already start feeding all of them hay. So we'll be doing that today also. First things first though, we got to get these guys fed. Look at him. He is hungry. Better get them taken care of. You're a feeder guy. So we just use these little white PVC gutter feeders. They just have ends on them, so you can actually take the ends off and clean them out if you need to. They work pretty good and they're cheap. That's the important part. These guys are about to graduate to 2 of these feeders though, because they are starting to eat a whole bunch. And they still got about, well, I think they're 2 weeks old now, so they got another week before they can go out. Try really hard not to set the feeder on them, because as you're putting it in there, they all dive on it. Give them some water, and then, since they are 2 weeks old, they don't need these heat lamps during the day anymore. So I'm thinking about making a change with our kill cones. Right now, these kill cones, the chickens, if you don't hold their feet, they'll flop out of these. I don't like these kill cones. Next time we're gonna buy the more round ones, a little bit deeper, so the chickens will fit further down in them. What I'm thinking about doing is using this piece of PVC and somehow making it where we can lower it down with like a bungee cord or something on top of these. That way the kids aren't having to hold the feet and they can help us do other things. It might make our processing go a little bit quicker. So I think, well, the kids are feeding the chickens and animals right now. I'm gonna start working on that. Well, I have no idea if this is gonna work or not, but we attached 2 pieces of wire at the end of this piece of PVC, attached it to the wood here, and then we got a bungee cord that hopefully when the chickens are ready to come out, we can undo the bungee cord and lift this up like this, and we can get the chickens out, put the other ones in, and then bungee cord it down. We'll give it a shot, see how it works. I don't know. All right, we just got done with our morning chores up top here. All of our chickens moved. Got our tractor picked out that we want to process today, so we're gonna go down, get the trailer hooked up to this thing, get ready to do that. All right, we got everything done. Chores are done. Got the trailer hooked up to the 4-wheeler. Let's go get some chickens. right, we're a little later than we wanted, but we're all set up, ready to go. Instead of emptying one tractor, we just went through 2 of them and picked the largest birds out of there. Got our water all filled, ready to go. Nick just went to get us some ice. Probably need to put a little bit more water in that one. Cool water bath ready to go. My little contraption ready to go. We'll try that out this time. See how it works. All right, well, we just got done butchering about 50 birds. Took us a little over an hour. The PVC over the top of this, it worked, but it's just more time consuming. So it took me longer to worry about getting that thing strapped down and get all the chickens in there. It would have been quicker to just have one of the kids hold the feet. So I guess you learned something. Next year I'd like to replace them and get a better cone, a round, longer one. These ones just, we've put almost 3,000 birds through them, so they'll work. They're perfect for, you know, a homestead. But I will say that you will probably dedicate somebody to just holding feet unless you want them to be flopping out of it. So probably best to go with a different cone. See how clean and clear the ice bath is? That's how you want it. This one's pretty clean and clear because we just changed it, but it will get a little blood in it. You just want to make sure you're changing it often to keep it cool water, because these warm birds will warm it up. And then after they sit in there for half hour or till it's full, you grab the bottom ones, move them over here, and then repeat the process. So we kept some of the feet, the liver, and the hearts, and the gizzards out of this batch. And we probably won't keep any tomorrow or the next day, but this is enough out of 50 birds that we can put some in our freezer and have some fresh stuff in case customers occasionally want some, but we do eat quite a bit of it too. So Elizabeth's processing and bagging all those chickens. I get to bag up or vacuum seal all the livers, the hearts, the feet, and the gizzards. So I'll show you that setup. So this is what we do. We got the vacuum sealer, the scale, the bags. We ordered those on Amazon, and everything we need to bag up. And with the livers, we do a pound of livers, we do a pound of hearts, and then we do 2 pounds of the chicken feet. A lot of people use those for broth, but the gizzards we mainly keep for ourselves, so I'll probably just bag them all in a couple bags and call it good. So we used to do this entire process in the house, including bagging the chickens. And it just became too much work. And not only that, all the water that you're washing all the innards with and washing the chickens, doing your quality control, all went into the septic. So just more water in the septic, more junk in the septic. So we built this outdoor butcher station, and we do everything out here. And if you're interested in keeping the hearts, the livers, the gizzards, and the feet, this is how you do it. We got a little vacuum sealer set up with our bags. We separated everything. We'll go through and wash everything real quick. I'll show you how we do that. The gizzards is the only thing that I don't do and bag them up the same day that we process. I let them sit for 1 day and allow them to cool in the refrigerator. That way when you come out and you cut them open, I'll show you how to do that. You can easily peel back the inner layer. And when they're warm like this or not properly cooled, it's really hard to peel that back. So I'll show you how we get started on the hearts and everything though. So what this does, processing all this stuff and vacuum sealing it and putting it away, provides an extra source of protein for us, which organ meat is a very good source of vitamins and minerals, as well as we'll usually have a lot extra that we can feed to our livestock guardian dogs, and that gives them a nice treat and also offsets some of the dog food costs. So here's the hearts. I'm going to show you how we get those washed. So on the hearts, when you're washing them, you'll notice that there is a film over them. As you're washing them, you're going to want to peel that little film off and then just wash the heart, and it's ready to go. So we'll just, usually what we do is I dump them all in here, and we'll go through and I'll pull the film off of each one. There's probably an actual scientific name for that, but I don't know what it is, so we'll just call it film. All right, so after that's done, you got a bowl full of hearts here. Come over here and grab your vacuum seal. And there's probably not a lot of hearts here, so we'll probably just bag them all in one and keep them for ourselves. You just cut like that. back and plug it in. It's all plugged in so we can seal it. The red light pops on. All right, after it's sealed, literally just fill this thing up with the hearts. And we like I said, we like to eat these, so we usually keep them all. There we go. Put them in here like that. And we hit the moist button. There we go. Alright, done deal. Ready to go in the freezer. Alright, so with the feet, if you get a good scald, this yellow stuff on their feet will come right off. But I think when we were scalding today, we weren't dipping the feet all the way. So this stuff won't come off, so this is almost an unusable foot. So we just toss it. Another thing you can use this for is giving it to your dogs. If you got livestock garden dogs, inside dogs, whatnot, we will feed them that. And it's a nice little treat for them. Alright, so you just take these feet. You just go through and you pull all the yellow stuff off. So like usually that little film over the nail, it'll pop off just like that. And you just check all the nails, make sure that's off. Make sure it's nice and clean. And it should look something like that. And that one is all done. So you move on to the next one. If you have a good scald, then you shouldn't have to do a lot of work. And if you're moving your birds daily, most of the time their feet will be very, very clean. Sometimes you'll find some that have bumblefoot or are just really dirty. And that's pretty common, especially with these guys. They don't move around a whole lot, so that can happen. Anyways, yeah, so just go through here. Do that with every foot. And if you come across a bad one, toss it to the dogs, or just toss it in the compost pile and move on to the next one. So here's one that's not really that bad. You can see it's got a little bit of stuff on it. What I do with these ones is just take my little knife and I'll just cut it off. And we use these for ourselves to make broth and whatnot, so that's perfect. You can use that one still and go to the next. Alright, after you get done washing them, you should have a nice pile like this. And what I like to do is put them in 2-pound packages. Alright, so I'll take these vacuum seal bags. Make sure I give myself enough room to package the feet and have a little extra. Cut them a little long here. Seal them up. Alright, then we put about 2 pounds worth of feed in here. Turn the scale on. Alright, we're going to set the pounds. And we fill it up until we hit 2 pounds. There we go. Close enough. A little bit over is better than under. Go over here. And cut a little bit of the extra off. I gave it too much extra. Alright, that's all we do for the feet. And you got a nice 2-pound package. You can sell or you can save and use for yourself. 2 pounds is a good amount to make a decent amount of broth. So anything less than that, it's just probably not worth even bagging up. Alright, so from 50 birds, we got between 6 and 8 pounds of feet. That's 3 packages. If you're selling them for 15 bucks a piece, that's $45 of additional income and just a little extra work for you at the end of a hard day of processing chicken. So it's up to you, but you can also put them in your own freezer and you got a lot of stock over winter. All right, last that we do the same day is the livers. We don't eat a lot of the liver, but the dogs love it, and we do sell some of it. We package it up in 1-pound packages and we sell it for $10 a pound. And we don't sell a lot of it either, but it's nice to have. You can add it into stuff. You can mix it down and add it into stuff, and you can hardly even taste it. So it's a good nutrient dense protein that is actually really good for you. We just don't really care for it. All right, right, so we pour all the livers in here. Give them a nice rinse. All right, so we just start packaging them up. So there's what 1 pound looks like. It's 1 pound of liver. Now we can seal it, call it good. All right, so we got 4 pounds, just over 4 pounds of liver out of about 50 chickens. So there you go, $10 a pound. That's an extra $40. So right there between feet and liver, without even counting the heart, or if you're selling the gizzards, it's about an extra $80 to $100. So it's probably worth your time to save them, but this is also a great vitamin and protein source for your own self, and you can put it in your own freezer. Well, we're gonna get cleaned up and go inside and get ourselves cleaned up as well. I hope that helps some of you guys and maybe teaches you a little bit how to process the livers and the hearts and the feet and get those put away in your freezers, either for your own selves or to sell. That's how we do it here on our farm. The gizzards, I'll have to show you another time, because like I said, I let those set overnight and they're much easier to process if you do. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next one.